What's going on, guys? I'm here to show you my first oil change on the Gravely ZTX 52-inch 2017 model. Brand new. It's got 5 hours on it. 5.2. Here you go. So I'm ready for my first oil change. It's always recommended when you buy new to change the oil after 5 hours, just to make sure you get all the metal shavings out of the engine that may have grinded off when running a new engine. Anyway, I have the Kohler 7000 series 25 horsepower engine, and I just bought a new oil filter, genuine Kohler, part number 1205010S, and 2 quarts of Mobil Super Synthetic 10W30. That's your good stuff, dude. So let's look at the engine a little bit closer and how we're going to do this. So I ran up the oil line that they give you. It's just a plastic tube. It connects to this yellow piece here next to the filter. Now the one thing about this Gravely is it's got low ground clearance, so I tried to put my regular oil pan, as you can see underneath there, it just won't fit. So what I'm going to do is I just borrowed one of these from the old lady. It's just a simple baking pan. I'm going to slide that under there, collect the oil with that, and then dump it into this. So let me go ahead and connect that tube, and we'll go from there. Okay, folks, tube is connected. It's fairly simple. You just pull that yellow cap off. Nothing's going to come out. And just connect the tube to it, slide it right on there, and then direct the pan underneath the hose as you want to bring it down below. If you could see that. Sorry for the finger. I see that down there. Now, one thing I did do is I ran my engine for about a couple minutes just to warm the oil up. You don't want it hot, but you don't want to do this cold either. You want a little bit of movement in your oil. Alright, so you can see behind that tire, there's the hose. The oil is going to leak into that. And there we have it. So next thing you want to do is, you see that nut there? You just want to loosen that and turn it to the left. This nut here, let me point to it. This here. Just want to loosen that to the left and your oil will start to flow out. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so I got a 5/8 wrench. I'm going to put that on the yellow piece. And just turn that to the left until the oil comes out. Now, unfortunately, there's not a ton of room in here to work with, so just gotta keep turning. Where the oil is draining. Let's go down here and you can just take a look. You see some of that landing on my concrete. That's awesome. Just throw down some kitty litter. I can tell you this is probably the worst design I've ever seen for what would be called a light commercial mower, residential really, but this is terrible. It takes you so long to unscrew this. This stupid line gets kinked up. It's just a poor design. Just a poor design, really. I gotta say, that's the one downfall about this mower, now that I'm learning how to change oil. It's time consuming, for sure. It's not an easy one. I had to Gravely walk behind prior to this, and that took about 5 seconds to change the oil and filter. This has been going on for probably, I don't know, 5 minutes now, 10 minutes, and it's still not out. So just something to think about. The engineers at Gravely, if you hear this, do something about this design. It's terrible. So as you guys could probably see, the oil is mostly out. It's a little bit there. I got to clean up. But this is not a It's definitely not a clean engine or a clean machine. In terms of changing the oil, you're going to get messy. I think I'm going to get an extractor going forward. Get them on Amazon. I'll post a link when I get it. Show you how to change oil that way, because this is just way too messy, way too long. It's just not quick. But you can see I got a oil filter grass burst. It's pretty cheap. You can get them anywhere, Walmart. And was able to get in there fairly easy and just grab the oil filter, loosen it enough to take the rest off by hand. See, I'm doing that now. I certainly didn't wasn't the cleanest way to get it off. But there we go. Popped off. Popped off, brother. Alright, so here we are. One messy, dirty, gunky oil filter. Put a couple dents in it. You don't have to worry about that though, because it's going right in the garbage. So time to put the new one on. Take it out of the package. It's always a good idea to fill this up with new motor oil and then rub the rim of the gasket with new oil too. Just lube everything up and then pop it back on. There is what it screws onto, and you can see my oil still draining a little bit. It takes a while. This thing, it does not drain quick, that's for sure. And this dopey tube that they connect to is it's not efficient, it's not fun, it's not good. It's dumb. It's a dumb design. The only way I could put it. So far the only easy thing about this oil change is putting the oil in. So it's a fairly easy access. Just I have a small filter. Not filter, but funnel going into the oil line there. Yeah, put about 2 quarts in. I'll probably start checking after a quart, see where it is. So here we go. Again, I bought Mobil Super Synthetic 10W30 full synthetic motor oil. Good stuff. About $8 a quart. Oh yeah, drink it up. Drink it up. That's it. That's it. Alright, so let's take it out, see where we measure, and then start in a second. So there we have it, folks. Everything's back in. Yeah. Easiest thing about this was actually putting the filter on. The rest of it was a pain in the ass. Definitely have to find some way to get that oil out the next time, a much cleaner fashion. Using that plug is just horrible. Not a good design. Other than that, I like the mower. It's a nice mower. It's just a horrible design in terms of changing the oil. And when time's money, that's important. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and talk to you soon.